So I'm scribbly and scrolling through the old Facebook this morning, and up pops a post from, I think it was the Ohio Education Association. A letter from a teacher or a union leader. I forget exactly. Anyway, there have been a spate of viral letters and videos on the internet recently stating that teachers, they've just had it with the profession. I'm done with it. I'm going to go off to the sunset. I tried, but, the education bureaucracy, the reformers, and all their bubble test taker ideologies have just gotten to be too much for me. And this person wrote a great response saying, basically that they understood where these people were coming from, being frustrated with a lot of the situational circumstances in the education environment today. But hey, if you're going to quit, don't quit, man. Get fucking fired. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, exactly. Hey, I've been fired. It ain't nothing. As a matter of fact, I won't hire anybody. And I know a lot of people like this. This is a kind of a little underground thing. I know a lot of people who won't hire anybody unless they've been fired before. Yeah. Because, hey, if you ain't worth anything. I mean, well, I wouldn't say you ain't worth anything. Because, people got to do what they got to do. And they got to feed their mouths and their babies and yada, 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 yada. But to me, if you've never been fired, you've never been through one of the great life experiences that brings you into full realization that, this shit ain't that big a deal anyway. You'll be fine. And if you don't, if you're not fine, then everybody else is going to be going down anyway too. And so, you're fine. We're in America. The bar is not that high. I'll get another job. It's cool. But this guy came out and said, stop complaining about the education reformers and not doing anything about it. How about refusing to give tests and hooking up with other teachers in mass refusing to give the test? Say like a whole school. It's been done. Yeah, and it's starting to take off. If you're going to quit the profession, go out in style, man. Don't just quit. No. Do everything you can within your means and with organized efforts with others to change the system. Number one, if you're in the system, I know how frustrating it is. But number two, if you're in the system, you're already a step ahead of about 90% of the population. You're in the midst of the power control system. Every school principal's office, every school board office, and every district across America, every school, if you're in that system, you're in the midst of right at ground zero of being able to change that system and advocate for how it should change, and doing things like going to the school board and making presentations on what you think should change and what is wrong. But once again, like all those people at the NSA Center who weren't Ed Snowden, we want to stay quiet and watch everything burn and basically say, here you go, idiots. Once you take our country and burn it, and you can burn it and make some s'mores, okay? No. It's fun to get in the middle of a fight. It's invigorating to defeat opponents who are addle-minded. It's a joy to bring great programs to a community through advocacy and through organizing. It's wonderful. So I agree with this guy. If you're going to quit the profession of educating kids, which is, I can't think of a more important thing that goes on that is a state service, teaching kids to read, write, add, divide, multiply, and all those good things. Those are the basis of taken off, in the rest of your life. If you can't do those things, you can't hardly do anything else. And so, don't go out without a fight. Run, instead of quitting, if you're a teacher, how about going to all the other teachers and saying, hey, we don't have any representation on the school board, and if all you guys would vote for me, I'll run, and I'll put in teacher-centric policies. But no, it's so difficult, and they'll come after us. But if you notice, what are the Tea Party and Christian fundamentalist folks? What are the first things they do? Man, they are the first people to run for local school boards and like county Joe Schmo boards of every kind, because they know that is where the base of change is going to happen, is at the local level. And so don't quit. You're already halfway because you've already infiltrated the system. Now you can do the things and work with other like minds to change the system and completely revolutionize it. And anyway, I could go on about this subject day and night, but don't stop fighting. Don't ever stop fighting, because you know what? Victory is fucking awesome, baby. It's Ask Kenny motherfucking Powers. No, victory is awesome, but sometimes you lose too. And if you've been involved in competitive sports, you learn just as much from the losing as the winning, probably a lot more. But most of all, it's about the whole experience into itself. It's not about, winning or losing each time, or like, oh, we lost, it's time to go home. No, we lost because we didn't do, yada, yada, yada well enough, or we didn't. So never, ever just quit your job as a teacher. Raise as much hell as you possibly can. Be a public advocate, because guess what? You're already in a public situation. You're in a political situation. You threw yourself into that. They told you that in, you got your education degree. If they didn't, they really should have. There's more to education than Bloom's taxonomy. Okay? So, the rights of teachers to be respected in our society are under attack right now. And so that's why you don't quit. That's why you go to the school board and you raise hell. And if you don't like that, become the school board. All right? Teachers, get at it. It's a new school year. We're only a month or 2 months into it. So I appreciate all your efforts. But don't quit, because ultimately you'll be teaching your students to quit if you quit without raising all kinds of holy hell. Don't quit. Change it. Get within it. Get involved with your union. Get involved as a citizen. Get involved as a participant in the community. Run all these old tricks out of these school board offices who think they run everything. Okay? Generation X, it's time to take over. It is time. These people are like all hobbling and think they're going to hang on to their power bases forever. It's time. Don't quit. Fight. Raise hell. Change the system. I'm David Sparks. I appreciate you for watching. Silence.